First game of the day, good.
All right, Coach, thank you as always. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to Chile. But
fuck, man, I hate this game so much. Jesus Christ, dude. I'm about to get cheesed on that game, mofo.
all right, Coach, thank you as always. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to Chile, but of course sold out Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Kansas City Chiefs. The winner of this one will represent the AFC in Super Bowl 54. And away we go on EA Sports. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Set, ready? 60 outlaw. Number 53. Mike 53. Bam, Mike.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Joe Mixon, and an alley to run. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, there'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. But Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So that's going to move them half the distance.
First of all, you can't jump in this situation, but think about your play calling now. could easily change what you want to do and maybe make things a little bit easier.
So it's still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. Mixon trying to punch it in, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 18. And to give this time to the tailback. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Rolling to his right. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 27 yards there, a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Watch his flag. Watch his flag. Hero 15. Switch it. Whip.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Yellow. 480. Go.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing.
And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd and 9 now. That's complete to John Ross. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Now a play fake here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Mahomes going to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
Intended for Tyreek Hill. Incomplete. Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the player or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5.
Oh my God, I'm about to be so fucking pissed.
A good pickup there, 26
What I'm doing
yards.
here causes the fumble off the pitch, which is never going to happen, ever.
Second quarter from Arrowhead, it's the Chiefs in possession as they go to work on a first and goal. These two teams all tied after one. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with the battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Check, General West. Hey, Team 6, Team 6. 53, Mike. Oh, yeah, baby.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They'll set up a throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Yeah,
So it looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Supposed to be a zone, but they're playing man.
Watch out for Hill on the return. 12 yards on the return that time. And it's Chiefs football, first and 10.
At their own 21-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now, their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense
this
now,
is going to be
they
a
can create a
huge
pretty
game.
good gap. Allows their defense to play
Who
with
knew
more
that from
verve and
the jump?
confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for
Offensive line,
consecutive
blocking
touchdowns. Right
everything,
here,
and
they're trying to make it
that's
3 in a
horrible in
row.
real
So they'll
life.
come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it with Williams. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, 15. Race don't travel.
Now here's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. That is incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's got his man, that's Hardman. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 40.
I know it's fucking 3rd down plays, bro.
Boy, they had high praise
It's a
for this
PA
rookie receiver.
every
What we
fucking
asked the
time.
coaches
They
about
never
him, didn't
fail.
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
I can't. I'm too afraid to play man because fucking Hill's just going to burn you.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Harrison Butker for the Chiefs field goal. A 57-yard attempt.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Those really long field goals, when they are made, they are things of beauty, but there is a danger to getting them started, isn't there?
Yeah, with that low drive, you've got to really keep it low to the ground, don't you, to get that distance.
Yeah, hard to just pop it up in the air because otherwise it's not going to get there. So he's got to drive it low in order to have the distance, and that usually puts it in jeopardy, gives him a chance to block it, and everyone knows it on the other side. That's when you get your best jumpers on the other side of the field and try and get up and get it.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. 2nd and 5. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53.
Slam. Crystal, grab it. Hey. Lucky.
They'll give it to Mixon. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along.
Throw it away, bro. How fucking hard is that?
Back at the 15-yard
line.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Like a fucking car.
So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. Looking to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
In the game, and you got fucking Chris Jones.
And Bullock will put this one through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This is fielded at the goal line. And they'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
I on these two. Let's go, Artie. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot. Hero 15. Watch 37. Let's go. Attack. Fight 36. Return. 36. So double attack.
Throwing on second down. Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carl Lawson able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
You're not doing that shit
now the
anymore.
Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts.
Not
as
that play anyway.
With 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Bengals drive about to get going. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection,
wow, bro.
For a second or so, and guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
But they can
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
About right. Look at that. Motherfucker's hugging his waist, bro.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, this is fielded at the goal line. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Yellow.
Now a handoff looking right. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. A gain of 3, second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him,
come on,
you and I
defense,
both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete.
Bullshit, bro.
We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Yellow. Let's go on, Eddie. I got one. Watch tight end. 3 down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
You gonna see me in your nightmare. Check. Easy.
On play action, it's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Going for the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. They'll look to throw here. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that'll be incomplete.
He dropped it.
Well, they took their
I like how this guy's
but it
fucking
comes
sit
up empty,
and cover the outside, but mine aren't.
We're into the second
That's
half
what I'm
now. This is
really
an
loving
offense that
about
continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball,
He'll probably
passing the
argue,
ball like we saw there. I don't know, the rhythm seems off.
Look at that. It takes no skill to fucking use the keys.
All the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. That punt return 66 yards, and it goes the distance. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
All the fucking time.
And we always talk about kick returns being so exciting on kickoffs. Punt return almost equally exciting.
And typically we talk about the kickoff return being the most exciting 10 seconds in football. Let's just cut it in half for a punt return and make it the most exciting 5 seconds in football. It's a great, glamorous, dashing play.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, 83 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And he is into the end zone again, so get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 29.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. To throw, it's Mahomes. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mixon. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Bullock good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Carlos Dunlap, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. One quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Being chased out left. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot get it.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And they are going to take over. Right there at the 22-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now back to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Chris Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. He finds his running back, Mixon. call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Bengals on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. They'll drop the throw. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one. All the way down inside the 20.
A gain of 30. And a Bengal first down.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check back. Check back. Tight dog. Tight weapon.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No lack of guts at all on that one. Normally in this situation in the red zone, that type of play isn't run, but I think they're trying to catch the defense off guard and also break tendency. No one really runs that type of a play. Guess what? We are. Let's see how you handle it.
2nd and 9 now. And it's caught. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Here's a run with Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in about the time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 1st down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open.
That is caught by Williams for a Kansas City touchdown. Preston Williams there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Again, it's Mixon. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. I got you. I got you. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
On play action, they'll throw. Open man is Uzama. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
God damn it, dude.
Averaging over
Go
50 yards a
bounds,
punt so far as this one's away. Here's Hill on the return. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
But can these Bengals close? Probably not.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Back to throw. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Back to throw. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And they got it well across midfield.
They're going to drop him back for that reason there.
That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You still got
go.
time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw is Mahomes. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Yellow.
Back to throw. Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. They'll run it. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. And it all rides on this one play, a trip to the Super Bowl in the balance here on 4th down.
Here we go. Mike's 50. 50, Mike's 50. Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Mahomes throwing on fourth. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may put a period on this AFC Championship game. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20. This was the goal before they started the season, to play in a Super Bowl, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
And this is why songs are written about teams. Okay, you go back, some teams wrote them earlier in the season about their goal of getting to the Super Bowl. This one, they're going to be able to break it out now because their goal was to get there, and they achieved it. How about that? That's pretty fantastic.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.